Welcome to Wisdom Tales on Vedica Online. Today I will narrate a story from Ramayana. Once there lived a king named Trishanku from Ikshvaku dynasty. He was extremely handsome and charismatic. The combination of beauty and splendor made him arrogant. He was in love with himself and his body, that he spent hours grooming himself in front of the mirror. One day, an unusual desire entered his mind. He started thinking he would have to die one day and have to give up his beautiful body. Instead, if he go back to a death-free heaven with the same body, then it will not be required to give up his beautiful body. So, to fulfill his desire, he approached sage Vashishta, the guru of Ikshvaku dynasty. When Vashishta heard this, he immediately repelled and was disgusted that how he could desire for such an arrogant wish, and told him that no human body have entered the heaven and only the deserving is taken there. Not being able to convince Vashishta, Trishanku went to Vashishta's 100 sons, as they were powerful enough to fulfill his wish. As soon as Vashishta's sons heard this, "Impossible!" they shouted in unison. They were shocked that he would come to them to fulfill such a wish, and they cursed him to live a life with no beauty and wealth. On his way, Trishanku's skin turned rough. The flower garland which he was wearing turned dry. He walked his own streets unrecognized. And when he reached the palace, the guards chased him out of his own palace, unable to recognize him. After being rejected by Vashishta and his sons, Trishanku approached sage Vishwamitra for help, who was Vashishta's enemy. Looking at Trishanku's condition, Vashishta asked him what happened, and Trishanku narrated him the whole story. After hearing that Vashishta and his sons did not help, Vishwamitra thought it is the right opportunity to show his superiority, and he decided to give Trishanku what he wanted. Vishwamitra started to make arrangements and told his sons to call all the sages. Sages from far and wide came to see the unusual ritual performed. Vishwamitra headed the ritual along with the other sages. After the ritual was over, he invited the demigods to descend and accept their share of oblations. But no demigods obliged. Vishwamitra waited for a while, but no one came. So he decided to use all his powers that he had earned through his austerities to send Trishanku to heaven. And finally, Trishanku started to fly towards the heaven. But as he was going higher and higher, he was feeling pressure on his body. His skin was tearing, and his eyeballs were about to come off. But then he saw the heaven, and his mind pushed away his pain and focused on his dream. When the guard at the heaven saw Trishanku, he went and informed Indra, the king of the heaven. Indra came and pushed Trishanku back to the earth. When Vishwamitra saw Trishanku coming back, he lifted his ladder and pushed him back. But Indra pushed again. This went on. Then Vishwamitra used all his power to make another identical heaven for Trishanku. This was not Trishanku's wish, but he thought it is better than getting pushed back and forth. Vishwamitra was finding it difficult to maintain the heaven as all his celestial powers had exhausted. Trying to maintain the heaven that he created started eroding his vital forces. In a helpless condition, he called out Lord Vishnu for help. Lord Vishnu appeared and told Vishwamitra that creating and destroying is easy, but maintaining is the most difficult. Lord Vishnu assured Vishwamitra that he will maintain the heaven that Vishwamitra had created, but Trishanku would have to remain upside down in his deformed body. So, Trishanku got what he wanted, but not exactly as he desired. Any shortcuts seems pleasure in the beginning because it gives one a feeling of being ahead of many. But such shortcuts has hidden source of pain